What's up, Will?
Yo, what's cracking, man? Been a while.
How's it going? Hey, welcome in the chat. I know a few people are coming. I know a lot of people are probably watching some 49ers post game. That's fine. I just got to find a place to try to air this, man. It's either I air this at 11 o'clock at night or before NorCal.
Yeah.
So just want to welcome everyone in. Another episode of Military History Chronicles. Today we're going to talk about Battle of the Bulge. How does my mic sound? Sound pretty good?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Mine is a little messed up. I'm going to try to fix it real quick.
No worries. Yeah, I downloaded some a new program for it so I can start getting ready to do the call-in shows with NorCal. So this is what.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw you guys had that going last night.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Worked out really well. So I'm gonna try to figure it out to where we can just bring people. I could just bring people on and everyone could hear everyone. Just gonna take a little bit of as you would say, some technical abilities.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I wanted to focus on Battle of Bulge. Yesterday was actually the December 16th of 1944 was actually the first day of when that operation began, which was Operation Wacht am Rhein. That was the German offensive into the Ardennes to try to accomplish what? You know, the jury's out. A lot of people thought maybe he's trying to wage favor with the West in some and being able to sue for peace in more reasonable terms, because there is no way he was going to do that with the Soviet Union. He despised the Soviet Union. The West, there was no. I mean, of course, you know, you're still fighting, but there wasn't that the level of not necessarily mistrust, but he didn't like the Soviet Union.
No, because they were Slavs.
There you go.
Pretty much as simple as that.
Exactly, because that's where he wanted to, you know, the whole Liebstrom theory. Was that right? Liebstrom? Something like that. More living space. More living space for the German people. Lebensraum. Lebensraum. Something. Yeah, I can't remember what exactly it was, but that whole living space was supposed to occur in the East, not in the West. So he wanted to hold on to that land. Anyways, Battle of the Bulge, of course, like I said, began the very early mornings of December 16th with a massive artillery barrage. They had a new tactic where they used the searchlights to blind all the fortifications on the front lines of the U.S. Try to blind them, and at the same time, they did their artillery and then sent their troops forward. It's quite unique in how they did that. I mean, they almost got to the Meuse. Mm-hmm. It was bold, but not very well thought out, because no one really knew it was going. As a matter of fact, the units that partaked in that operation didn't even know about it till literally the night before. You know, everything was all under secrecy because Hitler had such a huge mistrust for military leaders after that July of 1944 attempted putsch, where they blew up or they set off a bomb. They almost killed him. I don't know how much. I don't know how close it was, but I know it was pretty close. He came within a hair's breadth of blowing up. So he didn't mistrust. So the operation didn't kind of plan out like it should have. But needless to say, a lot of American lives were lost in the Battle of the Bulge. And that's getting, you know, you're talking about what? How many? You're only talking maybe 5 months before the end of World War II in Europe.
Yeah.
At that point, so it's kind of like the last gasp, if you will, of German forces in the West.
Well, they threw everything they had at it. They had to. I mean, that was their checkmate play, so to speak. That was the last gasp of the Empire, so to speak, or the Reich, if you will, the Empire.
Yeah, right.
And that was it. But you know, they sure as hell scared the hell out of our troops, though. I mean, the German 88s. I mean,
oh man, they were. I mean, not just they had all types of artillery. I mean, it was doomed for the start, 100%.
Oh yeah, it was doomed to fail. It was their last gasp, if you will, their dying breath.
Yeah. It was, and they could have had some more success if you didn't have Hitler doing his thing. Always he always what do you want to say? Never really put trust in his generals.
No, he
was
didn't.
A micromanager. He was a micromanager.
Exactly. He tried to be involved in everything. He had to be. That was his personality.
Well, and like I said, even after July of 1944, when they tried to assassinate him, it was even more. Talk about getting paranoid. The guy was very paranoid at the end.
He became super paranoid. He was hopped up on amphetamines, which did not help at all with his paranoia.
No.
Now they call it Adderall, but that's what he was doing.
Right? Isn't that what they were trying to solve his Parkinson's?
Parkinson's, from part of it was due to him having syphilis.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They were trying to cure him with that, but it's made him more.
That is true. They did actually run out of fuel. That was one of the issues. That's part of, and something the Germans, that happened a lot in the German army, where they advanced so fast that they exceeded the reach of their supply lines. If you're going too far and you can't put fuel in your tanks or your vehicles, you're dead in the water. But they did that happened in the Blitzkrieg of Europe. I'm not sure if there was any signs of that in the Eastern Theater. I don't think so, not as much, but definitely in the West. Then again, that was pretty early on. We're talking 1940. Maybe they learned their lessons in the East, because I don't remember that being a supply issue in the East. The issue was in the East was the damn weather. But after we talk about this, we could get into some current events, because there's a lot of current events going on in the Mideast, as usual. Red Sea stuff, kind of like with the last episode.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on there. But I was going to say,
you sound a lot better there.
Okay, yeah, I don't like this damn customer service headset, bro. This thing sucks.
Oh yeah, it's very tinny.
Yeah, but anyway, so I was going to say, I was muted for a little bit, but
you're all good.
It didn't seem like the Operation Tidal Wave, or the bombing of fleshy fuels, really had an impact on what happened there in the East. It was mainly weather, like you were saying.
Yeah, and it's actually, to be honest with you, Battle of the Bulge, it also highlighted that Germany wasn't quite as dead as we thought they were. No, they were still manufacturing the Tiger tanks, the Panther 6s, the Panther 5s. So they actually fielded quite a bit of armor for Battle of the Bulge. They weren't, it wasn't necessarily,
the only issue that they had was that we dominated the air. They had nothing.
Yep. And what's fantastic is they actually took that into consideration in the planning of Wacht am Main. Yeah. Is that they had to make sure, and that's why they did it in December, because of the weather. If it's being overcast, the Allies couldn't use the advantage of air power to spy on what they were doing. And matter of fact, what's incredible is they were actually able to mass all that armor and manpower without even being picked up.
Right. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, if you think about it, as far as planning is concerned, and not giving up the bag, they gave no impression that they were going to be doing any of this operation.
Yeah, they played into our cockiness. As far as we're concerned, we had them on the run. We had them on their heels, and next thing out of nowhere, the situation happens. Now you got the Bulge.
And that's interesting, because the U.S. and the front line in the operation where it happened, we were very thinly manned on that front line, because a lot of the stuff was happening further up north, up near Aachen and all that area.
Right. Yeah.
Matter of fact, there was a huge operation that was about to be undertaken by the 2nd Infantry Division. Literally, it was supposed to be like the day of, I think it was supposed to be the day of Battle of the Bulge, if I'm not mistaken, or it's really close, but because it happened so early in the morning. So they had to actually pull the 2nd ID back from that offensive operation that was going to happen in Aachen to be able to defend against the German onslaught of the Bulge.
Yeah, when you could pull a whole army off of somebody, man, good power play.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So it's fascinating how it all planned out. And And the thing is they had a pool, and this was the scary part on that same note. The Germans had to pull some of their top of the line infantry and armor units off of the line in Aachen to divert them south for this operation. And they were afraid doing that, is that going to allow a breakthrough? And they were actually, can you believe this? Hitler actually was okay giving up some ground up in Aachen for this operation to be under, which is highly unusual for Hitler, because it was basically you fight to the end.
I think I think he saw on a personality. So I think he saw the writing on the wall. This was like the last charge, if you will, the last cavalry charge. We got to go full out. If it means giving up territory, we got to do it. Somehow, some way, try to break through with these guys and divide and conquer. What they were trying to do there, which they did. They didn't conquer. They did divide. And they came pretty close to conquering. I mean,
they got close.
They didn't last long because we had logistics to last longer than they did. And
all right, here I'm gonna pull up. I actually got 3 maps here, and this comes courtesy of you know what? Let me put that up there real quick. Courtesy of what's his name? Hugh Cole. 1 second. Let me do this real quick. His book, Battle of the Bulge. Awesome book. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to read it, it is a really good. He gets into all the I think I was telling you this before. He gets into all the after action reports. And he also does a lot of interviews of the people who are there. But it's hard to do interview because when you're interviewing people from, an event that happened decades ago, the memory isn't quite as precise, say, as after action. An after action report is happening like right after this stuff is happening. Let me see if I can blow this up. See, I can't really blow it up. I'm just gonna have to.
Even then, those things are usually a little wonky too because they're all full of adrenaline.
Exactly. So I'm gonna use red. That should work here.
Hey, what's up, Matthew?
You know what? I'm gonna use black. Who's in there?
Matthew Brittingham.
What's up, Matt? Hey, appreciate you joining up, man. All right, here we go. So you got the what the hell? I'm trying to remember the name of this river. I should know it. There's a whole bunch. There's the Our River, and I know God, I can't. The Our River is the big one, but this is where all of our. You could see where we had all our men up here. We had outposts right here. They had a lot of outposts. You see all the blue dots?
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the outposts that were just, basically there to see what the Germans are doing, making sure, they ain't doing anything dumb. So that's where all our men were positioned. This is the 5th Army, or the 5th Panzer. And you could see the delineation actually ends, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it ends up here in this area up here is where their northern boundary is. And then their southern boundary over here, you can see right here. See, this is I should have actually brought up the 6th, whatever. So this is the middle of the bulge. The boundaries right here were the 7th. So their whole area, you could see, goes from right here all the way up to here. This is that. So everything in the middle was the area that the 5th Panzer Army was supposed to be responsible for. This is right in the middle. And as you can see, later in the Battle of the Bulge, you got Bastogne sitting over here where everyone started falling back. Let me bring this up real quick. Do I want to? Yeah, I know I can bring it up yet. But this is where they had the most success, is right here, the 5th Panzer. They were able to utilize these roads to be able to get as far as they could into the eastern part. Well, they actually got into France, if I'm not mistaken, or pretty close to it. I think.
Pretty close.
I think it got. Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah, they got really close to the Meuse, and you could see the pathway. The armor is the dotted line, and the infantry. It's kind of, you see some of it's superimposed, but you can see the infantry with some of these arrows, because it was all a concerted effort with infantry and the armor. But they had some issues, especially down here. Down in this area here, they got bottled up pretty good, and they had to encroach on some of the 7th Army. The 7th Army wasn't all that power. It was primarily all just manpower. But they had to utilize some of the roads because they had it like down to the detail of what units were going to use which roads as to not provide a logjam. But one thing they didn't take in consideration was the weather was this. You want to talk about having some bad weather. I think they said that was the worst winter storm they had, I think, in a century, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it was bad. So it really played havoc on the road, because soon as one unit drives over the road with their tanks, what do you think is going to happen to that road? It just becomes a sloppy mess.
Lush, yeah.
Exactly. And honestly, a lot of the Germans at that time, some of their vehicles were horses. They had to utilize a lot of horses.
They just didn't horses. That's right.
They just, because they didn't have enough vehicles, and then it was a hodgepodge of different vehicles, from basically trophies of war that they got from the Italians, from the Russians, and spare parts was a huge issue. So when stuff broke down, they couldn't repair it. So it's same thing with the tanks too. They had to leave tanks just out there because there was no way for them to either pull the tanks back, because you had to have special equipment to drag tanks back if you wanted to repair them. So yeah, it was a mess. But the very beginning was, it all happened right in here, and they really did not, because there was a certain time frame, and I can't remember offhand. Like within the first 12 hours, there were supposed to be so many kilometers inside, U.S. lines. I mean, they still were able to advance, but it was nowhere near what they thought it was going to be.
Yeah, this was.
So, anyways,
it's the first time we ever experienced a blitzkrieg of our own.
Yeah,
it's just what it was. It's a blitzkrieg.
Yeah, exactly. Here, let me bring this up. Let me get rid of this. Oh, I don't want to do this. Get rid of this. Come on. I don't want that. I hate when I have to do this. I go back to the pointer. There. Boom. Get rid of that. And bring up another picture here. Where is the 6? The 6 is further north. Here we go. Copy that. There we go. This is the northern border now. See, okay, you see right here where the 5th is? The 5th and the 6th, that's the boundary line.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Right there.
The 3rd Army of our own.
And then up, yes, the U.S. 3rd is up top. U.S. 1st was down below. Exactly. No. Yeah, first, and the 3rd was in the south. Exactly. That was the commander of the 1st at the time was Hodges. And of course, in the 3rd is the famous George Patton. Yes. But as you can see, this is the northern part. As you can see, compared to the 5th, you see how far it advanced the 5th was able to advance?
Oh, yeah.
They had a lot of success. And honestly, let me see if it's right here. Let me see if I can find it. I used to drive through that town. Malmedy. You ever heard of that? The massacre at Malmedy? There it is, right here.
I think I read about that years ago, but it's not fresh in my memory.
It's right there. There was a big massacre from this right here. The Kampfgruppe Piper. He was part of the first SS, I think, something like that. Lots of atrocities with this.
Oh,
guy here.
Didn't they wipe out? It was a village that they wiped out. They were helping the Americans, or so they thought.
It's not only that, but they prisoners of war they were killing. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But as you can see in the northern part, especially up here in the twin villages of Rotherath and Krainkelt, I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive my pronunciation. That was a huge logjam because they could not get through there. Then one of the reasons is because over here, the Elsenborg Ridge, we had a lot of units that fell back to this area. It was a strong point. It was part of the high ground. Matter of fact, part of the 2nd, I think you could see it right there. Part of the 2nd Infantry Division fell back to this area because, like I said, they were up here in the north, but they had to start coming back, or not. I guess northeast. They had to come back to the southwest to be able to stop this incursion of German forces. So they were stubborn here. And this northern shoulder of the German advance was jammed. Okay. So what happens when you jam it, that means you only, how do I explain this? I'm gonna have to use hand gestures with this one. So when you the more narrow of the space that you have to send forces on, you can't send as many in. You're going to get bogged down. The greater your distance, that's more people able to come in from this direction with more force, right? So if you want more volume out of a hose, right, you want a bigger hose. If you got a small hose, you don't have as much volume coming through. That's the best. Exactly. That's the best way I could think of it. So the bigger the gap, the more volume of people and material that can come through.
It also affects timing of everything as well.
Yes, it does, because everything gets jammed up here. Now you got to find different ways to get in. And that's what the Kemp's group of Piper was able to do. They were actually able to find other roads to get, and that's why they were able to advance. But the 6th Panzer Army as a whole, they got shut down over here. The northern shoulder was definitely jammed. Same thing. Let me get back here. Another one. And now we're going to get into the 7th. I should have put this in damn order, but it is what it is. Copy this. This one might be a little bit smaller, but oh yeah, here we go. We're in business. There we go. It's not going to be as in higher resolution as I want, but hey, it'll work. Okay. So here's remember up here, you got the 5th, the boundary of the 5th and the 7th right here?
Right.
In this direction right here. Well, now this is the southern. So that's that part right here. The boundary between the 5th and the 7th. As you can see, this whole area here, they didn't get very far. They did not get. They put up a hell of a fight here. I think if I'm mistaken, it's the 109th Infantry. They put up a stubborn fight, and they had a bunch of different. The way they did their armor was really strange. It's like the armor in these areas didn't fight as a whole unit. They were basically farmed out to different units to assist them.
Right. Yeah.
It was really strange how they did that. But with I think you got Task Force Luckett. I think I can't remember the name of the armor group here, but they put up a stubborn resistance here. I think the 112 is over here. I can't remember all of them. It's been forever since I read the book. I'm trying to just go off memory. But as you can see, this is the southern shoulder. So now this is what's happened. You have the southern. Let me come back to this. You have both the northern and the southern shoulders are jammed. So they're stuck there, right? Those forces cannot penetrate. They're stuck here. So only the middle, where the 5th Panzer Army was able to have any kind of success. Right. And what was important, and this is really important here for the 7th, and I'll tell you why. Because what happens later in Battle of the Bulge?
Oh,
hold on. Let me bring this up. I'll bring up another photo. Where is it at? 1 second. Boom, boom. There we go. I think I can bring that up. Hold on. Go to window. Share the screen. There it is. Cool. There we go. All right. Okay. So this is what the 7th Army is, right? See how do you see how it's jammed here? It kind of gives you an impression. Do you see that? Where the 7th Army weren't able to advance further to the west. They're stuck here. Same thing up here. The 5th Army, the 6th Army was jammed up here in the north. So now you just had this little narrow advancement of the 5th Panzer Army. Now, you see what's down here, right?
Oh, yeah.
3rd Army. This is where Patton was coming up from the south. Here's the problem. So since these people were supposed to be the southern flank for the incursion of the Battle of the Bulge, the 7th wasn't necessarily supposed to be the main force. The 6th and the 5th, those are your primary units that were supposed to make the advancement and achieve the objectives. The 7th was just supposed to be there for flank support. As you can see, the flank should have been able to come out to here. And since you weren't able to come out here, the Third Army, when they started their march to the north to relieve Bastogne and to try to cut off, because if you notice, you could cut off the tip of the Bulge, and you could trap. You remember the Colmar pocket back in early 1944, I should say the summer of 1944. They had a bunch of German units trapped in the Colmar pocket. They came close to literally, devastating the end. Yeah, it was close, but they were able to retreat, fight another day. Well, same thing here. Third Army was able to easily, well, I shouldn't say easily because you still had weather to deal with, but because the 7th got jammed, wasted a bunch of manpower over here in the southern shoulder, they couldn't accomplish what needed to be accomplished, which left the 5th Army vulnerable. Let me go back here. Actually, stop showing that. Go back here. Where am I at here? Oh, is that the right one? Am I on the map? Is that the one with the? Do I got all the squigglies on that one?
Well, kind of
nope,
your own,
that's not the right one. No, that's the wrong one. Hold on one second. I got to get to PowerPoint. Now we're in the right one. So there you go. This is just a more zoomed in version of where they're 7th. And then this is the direction that the 3rd made up to alleviate Bastogne. Because boy, I don't know how they got through that. But they did. They did. That took some tenacity to be able to do that. So as you can see, the Germans had more of the success here with the 5th, able to advance a lot further than the other unit, except for with the 6th up north, Kampfgruppe of Piper, they were able to get pretty far in there, but they got trapped in this area right here. They got trapped big time. A lot of their men and equipment got destroyed there. But
oh yeah, Patton made a pretty good move there, dude. I think he kind of felt what was happening.
It's funny. I don't know if you've read some of these. Hey, what's up, Mark? Working a swing shift. I'll catch up. Hey, not a problem, buddy. I appreciate you joining them. Here, let me stop sharing here. But there's a lot of people who were in Bastogne, especially, I don't know if you ever seen Band of Brothers and the interviews they had with some of the paratroopers. They adamantly say they did not need to be rescued. They were able to hold their own. So they said they did not get rescued by Patton, that they still had fight in them. So I find that very interesting.
Well, I think that has to do a lot with the airborne
pride
versus everybody else.
Oh, it's true. I mean, they have a point though. They really proved themselves in it. If you think about this is the first time an airborne tactic of troops has ever been used. And the 82nd and 101st, they proved themselves to be worthy fighters.
Yeah,
especially without armor.
They were holding out in a battle of attrition. Is what they were holding out on.
Yeah, and honestly, as soon as the arsenal of democracy of the United States, we talked about this before in present day stuff, and what they should do. Once that started humming, the Germans had no chance.
No, they were.
What's up, Mark? Germans had no chance. And you know what? And we talked about this even before, tactically, strategically, if you want, actually, let's go strategically. Hitler screwed up. He screwed up. If you want to think about it, he could have very easily succeeded in Europe. He just, his ideology.
He succeeded back in 1940, really.
Yeah.
He should have never attacked Great Britain and just left it where it was.
He never should have gone after Great Britain. He should have never gone after the Soviet Union at that time. I mean, don't get me wrong. They came to the doorstep of Moscow.
Yeah, they did.
So But the problem is when they were spread too thin. You had, the Germans, they had that North African adventure because of Italy, which was, they should have never gotten involved in North Africa. Strategery, exactly, Aaron. So that material and manpower could have been used in Europe.
Right. They should have let the Italians handle Africa. So there's an unspoken...
Mussolini was he was a blowhard. He didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't know what the hell he was doing. There's a whole part of history there nobody really talks about. The Italians, for whatever reason, did not like the Ethiopians and Eritreans, what the hell they're called. They pretty much genocided.
Well, that happened in the 30s, right? Yeah, they took over. Yep.
They genocided those people, millions of them, man. But yeah, they should have stayed out of that completely. He had Europe won, man. I mean, after Dunkirk, the British wanted nothing to do with it. And he should have kicked their ass at Dunkirk. He should have never let them escape.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a blunder. He could have taken UK straight out of the war at that point. They had nothing. They had nothing. And he could have just let them sit out there. And they would not have ever bothered the Germans at all, because they were doomed. They would have had no means to fight.
Yeah.
So Dunkirk was a huge mistake.
And then back off sinking American ships. That would have been another one he could have stopped doing.
Yep.
That really
why declare war on the United? He didn't have to declare war on the United States.
Oh, not at all.
And that's what's interesting.
We were kind of focused on what's happening over there on the other doorstep there on the east.
Yep, and I think he overestimated. He didn't think that America was going to play such a huge role. God, I would love to there's got to be some writings, because there's one thing that the Germans did a lot of. They documented everything. There was no second guessing, man. They wrote down everything, even if it was an atrocity. They wrote it down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of that was lost when the Russians burned up the Reichstag, probably.
Yeah, probably. But I know they took out a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, that book that I told you about with Hugh Cole with Battle of the Bulge, a lot of that stuff was, minutes from the secretary writing when he was in the, what do you call it? His Wolf's Law, or not Wolf's. What the hell did they call that? The one in Prussia.
Oh yeah, shit.
What did he call that? God, how come I can't think of it?
Remember now? Damn.
Oh my God, man! How can I not know that? Wasn't it the Wolf Slayer? I think it was the Wolf Slayer.
It was the Wolf. Yeah, Wolf Slayer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was the Wolf Slayer, because he was either planning in Berchtesgaden or he was planning in Prussia there. But they had all the minutes of what was being discussed, and of course, you got certain generals that in any war, you're going to have your political generals and you're going to have your fighting generals. For the most part, political generals really don't get nowhere, usually. Some do. Don't get me wrong. In the Civil War, there were some political generals who were actually, worth a damn. But for the most part, they're in there for one reason, and just as the name, explains it, they were there because of political reasons.
Himmler was a good example. They didn't really do anything. He was just a politician.
Himmler, my God, the dude was a teacher before he became a freaking
mass murderer.
Insane, man. I mean, you just look at these guys. It's so frustrating, because you just look at them. It's not like they commanded presence with their physical ability, but it was all about what they were able to do with their mouth and the pen.
Yeah, it's like the old Megadeth song, "Symphony of Destruction." Give a man power.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Symphony of Destruction.
That was kind of the message they had in the song.
Yep, exactly. Yep, that talk about having that power. And I tell you, man, having power, people get drunk with it, and it's crazy how much they'll change. Because who knows if this guy ever had any type of thoughts of this type of genocide? But yet the guy was, man. You hear some of the speeches he's given. There was a matter of fact, in my World War II class, they played we had to listen to a recording that he was speaking to other SS generals and officers. I think it was when he was in Poland. This was like during their Poland invasion in 1939. And it's pretty scary the way he talks about, the Jewish problem.
Another one is Another one is Goebbels. You listen to that guy speak, like, holy crap, this guy's
that
out
dude.
there.
Well, he was a propaganda minister. Yeah,
That's what he was. Yeah, I mean, he was more extreme sounding than damn Hitler was, man. I mean,
no doubt. Oh my gosh,
night and day. I mean, yeah, Hitler talked about the Great Aryan Reich and all that stuff, but he was not talking about on the level that Goebbels was. I mean, oh Jesus.
You listen to some of these guys speak, and you're like, wow. I mean, you want to talk about just the passion is like, wow. You see how they got people on their side, because they're of course ultra nationalists. People wanted to be proud of their country again because they were basically in ruin after World War I. They started coming out of it though. They really did. They started coming out. There's a lot of stuff written about Germany actually starting to get back on their feet, but it was already too late when you got Hitler coming into power.
Yeah,
Wow.
Well, a lot of things happened leading up to the power. Having Hitler in power, and he was the man.
He just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Right, he was the man of the moment. He said what he needed to say, and he did what he needed to do, and he got in power.
Yep.
They were looking for. The country needed a nationalist at the time. They didn't know what the hell they were getting themselves into.
Yep, but that's the problem. Exactly. By the time they woke up, it was already too late.
It was already. How'd you like that? At the end of Band of Brothers, how'd you like that general speech? That was an actual real.
Oh yes, it was. It was an actual. It was an. All that stuff was actual events. Some of the stuff may have been, as far as the details of the battle. I think they tried to get it as close as they could. But yeah, that speech was all that stuff actually happened. That was a fantastic
amazing
speech.
Yeah,
because if you think about it, I'm telling you, there's when men go into battle, it's a whole there's a commonality in any nation of people who have served in battle, and that's just part of it. Whether they're on the right side or the wrong side of history. There is a commonality in a fighting unit when you're fighting, shoulder to shoulder with another person. It's, there's a commonality.
Right.
Their objectives may or may not be, on the right side of history, like I said, but there's definitely a common. And you could see, when they were saying that, you could hear or you could see on the faces of the actors, but they understood what the German was saying because they experienced the same exact thing.
Right.
What's up, Moji?
It's a shared experience they all have in common with just what they went through.
Like I said, it's a commonality. What we again, and it's more of a fighting unit. So I'm not going to put that stock into like a terrorist organization. There's no
that's the
honor in that. That's not a It's one thing when you're training with the same men, especially in World War II. Like, let's take the 506 for example. They trained for a year and a half to 2 years before they started fighting, but they had that shared experience. So then when they got into war, there was another shared experience with them under fire.
And even if you read some of the, or if you listen to some of the interviews they had with the Band of Brother guys from Easy Company. They got to the point where they would never say hello to even a new guy because they wouldn't be there the next day.
Yeah, they understood what was going on. Yeah. Honestly, that documentary, the interviews before the series is just is almost better than.
I think it's better than the series, man. I think it's better.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And then when
I love that one.
When Garnier and Babe go back to visit where they used to be, oh man.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
Good. It was I think Babe Heffron, Garnier, and I think Malarkey was there too, wasn't he? Malarkey was there.
Yeah, I think he was.
I think Malarkey was there as well. But yeah, it's just fantastic. And the best part is at the end when Captain Winters, Major Winters, he gets choked up talking about about the story where was it his grandson asks a member of the 506. I can't remember who he referred to. It wasn't him himself. It was someone else in the unit. And he says, "Daddy, were you a hero in the war?" And then he says, "Daddy, were you a hero in the war?" And he goes, "No, but I served in a company of heroes."
Company of
That's
Heroes.
awesome. Man, that was just.
That was the name of his
you could
book,
see
Company
him choking back tears, and I'm just like, man, that was fantastic. I absolutely love that series.
My favorite character out of all of them was his old first sergeant Tipton. Who he became an officer.
He came in. Yeah, he got a battlefield commission.
Yeah.
After the Battle of Foy. It's crazy.
Like, damn, that's a hell of an NCO right there, man. Jesus.
Yeah, he was. He played a great Mark Wahlberg. Oh my God, did he?
He killed
actors. Yeah, they were. All the actors were fantastic. Even did you know Tom Hanks' son was in that, right?
Yeah, Tom Hanks' son. He played the medic,
the lieutenant. He played a lieutenant. Remember the episode when they were in?
Oh, when they
had to cross the river.
They were fighting across the river. Yes. Now I remember. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yes, and they went and tried. They had to go do a. Hey, what's up, goat?
They had to go through on the rafts to go across there.
Yeah, they had to get on rafts, and they were trying to get just prisoners of war. And then he came back, and then they were going to do it again. I love what Major Winters did. Hey, you're gonna go off at the same time, and everyone was like, "You serious?" Because they lost the guy. Remember, someone died on that operation, and it did nothing. And basically, he said, "Yeah, you've undertook that mission. You've come back. You got nothing to report," and it basically covered for his unit because he didn't want to see them go out there and get killed for no damn reason whatsoever. That was awesome. That was a great episode. But yeah, Tom Hanks' son was the lieutenant on that operation. It was pretty good. Oh my gosh! Well, we did pretty good on the Battle of Bulge stuff there. We could get more in depth. I was just I didn't want to get too, because man, you could really talk forever on that.
Oh, you could go for hours.
I ain't got the time right now because
we'll
be heading over to NorCal here in about another 45 minutes. I guess we could get into current events. South America, not a lot going down. Mark Wahlberg to third base.
A little silent over there, not too much happening.
No. It wasn't. He said he owned the LA Dodgers. That's who he said. He said Mark Wahlberg owned the LA Dodgers. But I had all those pronouncements and everything, but nothing's kicked off that I know of. If it has, we don't know anything about it right now.
No, I'm just reading this thing here where they have 55 ships have been redirected to the Cape of Good Hope from the Suez Canal. Congratulations, United States. Hey, you know what this is going to do? It's going to increase all the prices here. Cool. We're already in recession as it is.
All because they don't want to do it. Now, supposedly, I read last night that Eisenhower is heading to the Gulf of Aden. Right? The Gulf of Aden? Yeah.
That's the wrong side.
It is the right side. No, they're heading over towards the Red Sea, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. The Strait of Hormuz on the other side.
Yeah, Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. That one's that's where they were, but they're now going to the Gulf of Aden. So, are they going to do something?
It's a little too late.
Are they going to do something? I don't know.
This country's so soft, man. Our response. Why? I mean. So we're gonna let this little crappy country know. And no offense to anybody who's Yemenis defense, but I mean, let a terrorist-run country the size of a damn thumb will rule the world all of a sudden. That's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And dictate how commerce is, dealt out worldwide. Come on, so weak.
I know. Who is this guy, man?
Hey, you know what? China, go ahead, take Taiwan. Might as well. You've seen our response out here in the Red Sea. We won't do anything.
Here's a little humor. Tell me, who the hell is this guy, man?
What in the hell is he? Looks like
Tommy DeVito's agent.
Looks like he come off that movie Leprechaun, man.
Wearing his National Italian-American Hall of Fame jacket ahead of today's Giants game.
Italian-American Hall of Fame? They have a Hall of Fame for being born something?
Don't ask me, man.
I guess I'm not Italian, so I guess I don't get it. My Lord, man. That guy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to show you guys how many people. There's I think like 3 people in here, but this is pretty freaking cool. I sent this to you, but I gotta show this. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. Let's go here.
Oh, I saw the guy shooting an RPG. Is it?
Oh, how bad was that, man?
That's why you don't shoot.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
Those things are at most at maybe 60 years old. Don't touch them.
Oh, here's real quick. I'll show you this. There, the triple ace, Robin Olds.
Yep, yeah, that's one of my favorite aces right there. That guy was such a bad. Look at that mustache, bro.
I know, man.
He looks like the epitome of a GI Joe doll, man.
You know who he looks like there a little bit? He looks a little bit like Dr. Disrespect right there.
He does, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Or like Burt Reynolds a little bit of
yeah.
Burt Reynolds action. Yeah.
There you go.
Robin Olds, right here. Yeah, man. That dude was that dude's hardcore, man. He was he was almost in his 50s in the Vietnam War.
Yep.
I think he was like 46 or something like that.
That guy's trying to keep his feet warm because it was so damn cold. I mean, it was bad. The weather conditions were so bad. They had ice fog, they had ice, they had snow, they had everything.
You know what they do over there in Europe around this time actually is the reenactments of the Battle of Bulge.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. They
do
man,
have you seen this? Have you seen this guy? I don't know how he does it.
That's wild.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Is that awesome?
That's freaking bad.
Is that freaking awesome? Man, hey, where's Mark Graves? Mark Graves, you out there? What song was that, man? What song was that?
Give me 20
Mick Toads, I've seen better. I don't know how he does that with the percussion and playing. I don't know how he does it.
Give me enough Adderall, I could figure it out.
Unbelievable. How about this? Oh, check this guy out. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, this guy's awesome. That's pretty good. Dude, I want one of those.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that, man? Isn't that awesome?
That's so awesome, man.
That's what they used for the old cartoons back in the day, the background music. That's what
love
that is.
Oh, look at Aaron.
Yep,
I guess Mark isn't he must not be in the chat.
I think the only Led Zeppelin song I could play is Stairway to Heaven.
That's what everyone plays.
That's the first song you learn, right?
Yeah, that's the first song, exactly. Just like in what do you call it? Wayne's World. Remember when he goes to the guitar shop and the guy points to the sign? He's playing it, he
points to the sign, no stairway.
No stairway. Oh man.
Oh man, yeah, that's good.
There's something else. There's something I want to get to. Yeah. Oh, Honus. Look at that. Honus Wagner. The dude was 59 and he was still. Where's the one that? Where is it? Oh, look at that. Look how awesome that is right there.
Yeah, man, that's an ace and a half right there.
Reenactors at the Corsairs over Connecticut. I bet you that was awesome. Oh, that's a beautiful photograph.
Corsairs. Oh man, I was gonna send you this thing. They make those little pinwheels for your garden, but they're Corsairs and Mustangs. They look so badass.
Where the hell is it? How come I'm not seeing it? I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in here somewhere. Where the hell did I do with it?
We got oh no, make two. We came on a little bit earlier today.
Let me find it.
Rather than the 11 p.m.
Yeah, coming on early because by the time we finish with NorCal, man, it's 11 o'clock, and that's like I don't want to go that damn long. Where the heck is it, man? I had it in here. I don't think it was that long ago, was it? Ah, yeah, here we go. Now we're in business here. Let me expand it. I can't. Hold on. Let me do this. I got to expand it once I get in there. Here, hold on one second. There we go. I sent this to you.
Oh, yeah. No, that is
okay, this is the P-51D. It's got a bubble canopy. It's a beautiful aircraft. But there's a couple of things that are awesome on this. Please, making sure. You can't give it a lot of throttle. You give it too much throttle, you're going to freaking ground loop it. Making sure everything looks good, oil pressure, all that stuff. Then he starts giving the throttle. You can see him work as a rudder because you got to counteract the torque of the engine.
Yeah, it's going to the left.
Yep. Giving it more. Got to keep it on the center line. He starts pushing over to the left a little bit. And airborne. And I think he's messing with the trim. That's the gear, and now he's messing with the trim, I think.
Trim or flaps.
And then he messes with the throttle. Look at that. Let's back on the throttle a little bit. Oh, man, dude.
The visibility of that cockpit is amazing, man.
That's what I'm talking about,
That's
right?
the best designed aircraft of the war right there. I don't care.
Beautiful.
If you ask a British person, oh, them Spitfire, kiss my butt, man. Mustang all day. I saved everybody's asses. Come on now.
Exactly. Damn, man.
No deer.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Show you this little action that happened in Ukraine in May. The Battle of Bakhmut. Here we go.
That's like a damn cough.
This is pretty cool. So over here, you got the Ukrainian T-64, and over here, you have the Russian T-72. You see them putting out smoke.
They're going at it?
They're going at it. And watch this.
Oh, shit.
And there he goes. Done.
You must have hit their damn ammunition, man.
Yeah, it was a special round, they said. Not sure what the APF. Armored piercing. I don't know what the FSDS is. Catastrophic ammunition detonation. Hell of a shot.
So it's like a heat round then? Or a Sabo?
No, so you guys served in air. I did. I served in the Air Force. Will be served in the Army.
Yeah.
What's
a little
this?
short
Hey, no worries, Mo. No worries. It's all good. Yeah, that clone show was pretty damn cool. I'm thinking we're going to do it again tonight. I'm trying to get I'm going to have to get a communication app that I can link into the into this damn other.
Try Ring Central.
Really? They were saying like Skype or.
You could do that. I guess you could do that. I think
Google Voice.
Google, yeah, Ring Central does.
I don't know. Do they give you phone numbers that I could put up there so people could call in?
I'm not sure. I know Ring Central gives you a dedicated number.
Huh.
But it's a subscription.
Is it all online though? Or
all online? Yeah, Ring Central is all online. You got a virtual phone and everything.
See, I'm gonna have to do some more because they talked about different programs you can use. I just got to make sure it's compatible with the because I got Voice Meter, and it's supposed to help be able to because you run. I got all my microphones and my headphones running through this now. So I got that all set up. Now I just got to get a voice application to so I can so people that are calling in can I can stream them through stream. have them come through StreamYard so everyone can hear them.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. You guys were talking through the.
Only Dan could talk to him. Yeah. It worked out good, just for doing it for the first time. That was the very first time. Yeah, the call-ins were perfect. Dan did a good job by putting right up against his mic. It sounded awesome. Yeah, I wind up editing out the Yamamoto guy because who knows how people are going to take that.
I have no problem with that. I'm part one of that.
Well, I'm more worried about YouTube and all.
Oh, hurrah. Dude.
I was laughing because I knew it was
grandmother. I do that to my grandmother, dude. I'll call her and I'll have like a fake like Asian accent, piss her off. Or I'll call in and do like a Chinese order. Hello, can I get the orange chicken? Shut the hell up. I didn't say.
All right. Shut. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this real quick. Tell me if you hear a difference here.
All right.
Let me do this. Hey, how you have to do these damn knobs.
I don't know, Mick. That's kind of the chat's kind of our calling. We're pretty responsive.
All right. How does that sound? Does it sound any different?
It sounds a little bit different. Actually, sounds a bit clearer, a little bit louder too.
Right. That sounds a little bit louder, huh?
Yeah.
I'm debating what to do. I'm trying to adjust the. Let me go up to there. How about that? That sounds a little bit louder too, right there, right?
It sounds about the same as before.
Okay, let me go up. How about that?
That's louder for sure.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because I got a loud voice, especially when we start getting crazy on Giants. I think I'll keep it down right about there. That should be good. Yeah, I'm just adjusting. What is this? This is. Oh, let me.
I don't have to worry about being loud. I'm one of those low monotone voices, man. You can't hear me in loud places, man. If I'm in a crowded room, man, my voice is.
Forget about it.
Yep.
All right. How about this? Does that sound any different?
That sounds pretty good.
Much. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna keep it like this for right now. Just adjusting it how I want to get it here.
Yeah, man, I did the same thing.
Emoji area living. Yep, I'm in good old Galt. I think I told you that before.
I escaped San Francisco and moved to. I'm in the burbs of Sacramento right now.
Yep. I still want to get to the damn train museum. Maybe after the holidays.
Yeah, there's still those clowns are down there protesting everything these days. They protested they had to do a virtual tree lighting because of those weirdos, man.
I don't get it. I really don't. It makes no sense to me why that's going on. No, there's come on, people.
And then they bombarded. Everybody's doing their holiday shopping. Well,
oh no!
They bombarded the Art and Fair Mall. Did our boy?
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to adjust. I think we're gonna have to adjust. I don't know. Here, I'll show you this. I'll give you a preview.
Son of a bitch! What the?
I don't know, dude.
Why? So he's going to fill a roster seat, right? So he's going to. That's expensive.
Well, that tells me if it's got $3 million included for incentives, he's going to be your starting shortstop.
Yep, that's what I'm.
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this.
And we know Yamamoto's going to one of the New York teams. We're not going to get him either. He requested a second interview. Or
did you see the thumbnail I did up for that?
Yeah. Oh shit. Hey, man, I tell you what, Mick, I don't have any problem with Brandon Crawford being on the damn Dodgers. As much as bad as that sounds. That's an expensive AAA player we got in our team right now. No offense to Craw, but he's just not what he used to be.
Nope.
He can't even play defense anymore. Casey Schmidt was playing better at shortstop. Yeah, I know, McToes. I know.
Yeah, I'm sending a message to Dan.
Tough love.
Come on, man. But I'll save it. I'll save it for NorCal. I'll save it for NorCal. God!
See him back as a one-day sign, for retirement.
Unbelievable, man.
Well, bright side. You have a veteran presence in the clubhouse who's been there, done that, and I think
I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
I think Aaron, you're kind of. I think you're right about that. Purely for PR. More butts and seats thing.
Where the fuck is? Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I'm
man.
pissed, dude.
It's not you that you got to worry about. It's me. I still got the army in me, man. Where every third word I got to watch out for might have an F-bomb in there.
How come I'm not seeing? Ah, wait, yeah, no, that says December 17th, right?
Let me go on Sport Track real quick and just confirm.
Go look at that real quick. I want to make sure.
Sport Track MLB. No, I don't want to sign up for your Shiad transactions.
Because I'm not. Oh, no. That's not the. Nope. He doesn't have the blue check mark. No.
Oh, we got trolled. Yep, look at the app. So right underneath Jeff Passan's name. Oh shit. SOB, man, we got trolled. Yeah, there's no transaction for showing that he signed anywhere. Yeah, that's all. Got us.
That would have been pissed off, dude.
Oh,
I gotta make sure. Because I didn't even think about not looking at that damn blue check mark.
I looked at the there's nothing on transactions other than Hunter Renfroe goes to the Kansas City Royals for $13 million. All right.
Yep.
Gurriel's off the board for us.
Yeah, going back to the D-backs. That makes sense for the D-backs. Look what the D-backs are doing, man. D-backs are being smart. They signed Eugenio Suarez for your right-handed pop and at third base. You got Gurriel back, and you signed Eduardo Rodriguez to fortify your starting rotation.
We're going to finish behind the Rockies this year.
That's possible. That's possible.
It's very. Oh shit! Oh man, you can have more entertainment.
Yeah, it's fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, fake news. Sorry, dudes. Actually, good.
It's a good thing, man, because Dan was going to, because he's on Larry's show, man. That would have looked like a damn idiot.
Oh my god. Oh damn. Jacksonville's getting.
Could you imagine if that does happen, though? Could you imagine if that actually does happen?
Man, I'll tell you what. He does deserve everything to retire as a Giant, but
yeah, absolutely.
But not that price.
Absolutely. All right. Anyways, let's save baseball for NorCal Sports. I kind of get diverted there.
That's all good. Well, you know what?
What you got?
I was going to check out. Check out Africa real quick on the live UA map. There's always something going on in Africa that nobody ever talks about it, but Africa's got.
Yeah, well, the OSINT guys, they're on it. The Visgard or Visgrad news, they're usually on it. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on there in the Red Sea and why we're not doing anything about this. This is
I don't understand one bit either.
Remember we talked about this in the Red the last time. Everybody is going to see this, and I think I said this to you last night. The whole world is watching to see what your response is going to be about this, and you're looking like a. I did not realize that the Biden administration took the Houthis off the terror watch list.
Isn't that stupid?
Come on. You know why? Because they're trying to appease the freaking Iranians.
What's so scary about? Why. Okay, so who's getting money from who here? That's my thinking now. Because why are we so afraid?
Absolutely.
Well, who do we care about? Why do we care about Iran? Who cares?
Because of the whole nuclear. I don't know what it is. I don't understand what it is. You cannot, in any way, shape, or form, buy off the Iranians from keeping them from developing a nuclear weapon. There's no way. They're going to keep doing it. They're just getting the wool pulled over your eyes. But these people have no clue whatsoever. Who? The State Department. Who?
Well, speaking of, and then now we have on top of all that. Now we got a little White House scandal going on there. I don't know if you've seen that one. That one's pretty bad. Oh, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. I'm gonna have to relay it to you.
What happened?
You can. I guess some people were videotaping themselves having sex in the Senate hearing room. Yeah.
Wow.
And I guess it goes deeper than that. It's been happening for a while. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. And they videotaped it. It's all over Twitter right now, too. It's all over Twitter. It was one of the Senate, he actually worked for Senator Cardin from Delaware. Yeah, McToads. A little bit nastier than that, actually.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, come on, people. And have some damn decorum. Have some damn dignity.
Come on, man. They had the White House. The White House bowling room, the bowling alley was involved. I mean, it's just
what?
Nasty. Dude, it is nasty. It is some of the most disgusting and generous stuff I've ever seen. And in the damn Senate, in the White House, now we know where all those drugs come from. I guess they found
exactly.
Back. Exactly. What else are they doing in the White House? It's so
God knows.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't. You know what, man? It's so disgusting. I wouldn't even bother looking it up because it would just. After seeing, I wanted to. I actually poured out a drink after I saw that crap. Well, I didn't want to see this. It's disgusting.
Unbelievable.
I don't. Yeah. And it also involved like some German diplomat too. He was involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. God. So you got that going on. So now the whole world's seeing that and seeing us not do anything here out here.
Not doing anything about it
in the Red Sea. And you know, this is around Christmas time, man. How much commerce is being interrupted? Almost 50% of the world's commerce. Almost 50% of the world's commerce is being affected right now.
So instead of going, through the Red Sea to the Suez Canal to get right into the Med, you're going to go all the way around Africa to come up through.
There's a reason why they made the Suez Canal is because going through the Cape of Good Hope
takes forever.
Takes forever, and it's also very dangerous. Very dangerous.
I swear, man,
It just angers the hell out of you, man.
How can you allow that to happen? I saw a report about a week ago saying that the Israelis have said to us, if you don't take care of the Houthis, we will. So I don't know.
They probably do a better job than us at this point. And that's the thing that pisses me off. It's just the feeling of weak, of being so weak on the foreign policy front. I mean, it's just. George Bush had his faults, but what happened on his watch?
Exactly.
These guys out there in Yemen, forget about them. They'd be history.
Yep. I mean, hell, even under Clinton, he probably would have done something.
Oh, Clinton, yeah, he responded to the Iraqis in 98, 99. He knew what to do with them. He freaking cruise missiled into the Stone Age.
The world we live in today. Well, guys, as you can hear the music, I'm going to get ready to shut down because in about 15 minutes, we should be going live over on NorCal. I don't know if he might push it out another 15 minutes. I'm not sure. Haven't heard anything, but because I know Larry's show, it started kind of late today. I thought he was going to do the live from Picking a Pickle, but it looks like he's doing it from home. But thanks for joining, guys. First. Not a whole lot of people, but that's okay. I kind of figured that anyways. People can watch afterwards.
That's all good.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Got a little bit into the Battle of the Bulge. We'll get into more stuff. Again, I went to show for 4 hours.
One of these days, maybe.
What? Yeah. We'll have to. Maybe once all the free agent signings are over, because it's right now. Baseball is the big. People want to talk Giants baseball big time.
Definitely need to do a 9/11 show one of these days, I think.
Yes, I've been wanting to do that. It just I can't
get Los in here too. That'd be great.
Yeah, because I know he likes that stuff. Like I said, I'm not big on the whole conspiracy theories. Yeah, I mean, I'll listen, I'll hear it, but we'll see how that goes.
Right on.
Anyways, thanks, Will. You gonna go over to? You gonna watch NorCal?
I'll be on there. I'll watch.
Nice, good deal. Hey, it looks like I'm gonna advance. I think I should. I think he's got 3 players going tomorrow. Thanks, Mo. I only have the Metcalf. Real quick, let me take a gander. Is Lawrence, because Lawrence wasn't doing shit there for a while.
Yeah,
I think he had a touchdown.
What we got here? Lowe's got knocked out today, it looks like, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lowe's is done. How about that? Did you know ever since after he beat me, right? He lost 5 in a row. Did you see that little voodoo stuff I put on that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in the chat. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, he's got 3 people going tomorrow, but it looks like unless they have some fantastic games, I should be okay.
So next week
he's got Ingram. Oh, they're in the red zone right now. Damn, they're getting blasted by Baltimore.
Yeah, they are. Jesus.
Wow.
Zay Flowers ain't doing nothing for me today. Well, it doesn't matter, but
yeah, you got the bye, right?
Yeah, I got the bye.
So are you going to face off against Dan?
No, I got Dan next week.
Oh, shit.
I average 145 points a week, and where's Dan at? Where's Dan? Dan averages 143. This is like
what a matchup! That's gonna be
this is like the Yamamoto versus.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what was our other shit out there? The Hornets.
That's gonna be good.
Oh man, it's like
well, it shows them in the red zone. Have they done anything yet? Because I know this thing takes forever.
Bijan Robinson scored 0.4 points today.
Yikes! Who does he have, or who has him? You?
Yeah, I got him. 0.4 points. The guy, the coach, he only let Bijan touch the ball 7 times, man. Like what? There was a torrential downpour, and you go throw the ball. Desmond Ridder, come on, he deserved to be fired, dude. Hope he does.
Yeah, no. Oh man, yeah, that's going to be happening here soon. You're going to see a lot of head coaches getting fired.
Oh yeah.
Oh, looks like they didn't do shit. They're not in the red zone no more, and they lost the ball.
Oh damn! They lose. Yeah.
It wasn't a damn. Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a rush of 12 yards. He had 2 rushings back to back, huh? A 13-yard rush and a 12-yard rush.
Well, we could say you've officially escaped last place.
I've officially escaped last place. I can say that now, so that's a good thing.
Looks like Looks like Sean and Cameron are going to be battling for last place.
Oh, wait, no, not Sean. Oh, you mean for last place? Gotcha.
Yeah, for last place.
So who do I play then? Am I playing Rock the Party, right?
Looks like it. Or MF.
No, I think Bora will play MF.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, you play Rock the Party, and then Bora plays MF.
Interesting. Well, that should be a lot of fun.
I would have thought MF would have been in the damn playoffs, man.
Oh yeah, Niners won big, like 45-29, right?
Yeah, or 40. Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was a blow. Sounds like Brock Purdy had a hell of a game, huh?
He did all right, man. He had a little scare there.
Yeah, I saw that. That didn't look like a. It didn't look like. I think he was selling a little bit, but that's fine.
You did get. You got the guy.
The guy because then he backed off. If you notice, he hit him and then he kind of came. He didn't follow through with it, so it's not like.
Yeah, he knew. The guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did. He
could have stopped his head from hitting him, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He threw his hands back to make it look like, but his
I didn't do anything here. They didn't. That's why they never threw a flag on. Otherwise, if he hadn't done that, he probably would have gotten the damn flag or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Niners kicked ass, and the Cowboys
they got
blown out, which means that hey man, the Niners are NFC everything, man. We are the NFC.
Nice, that's a good thing. Well, they got a tough game next week, though, right? Don't they play Baltimore?
Baltimore, I'm not scared of Baltimore. I'm not scared of these guys.
Even with their defense, huh?
No, we'd be able to handle them.
Fair enough.
We could stop their run.
Now, the key is going to be health, right? That's good. Now we're at the point of the season. You got to worry about health.
Which pissed me off because they were running McCaffrey all the way up in the fourth quarter. Come on now.
I know.
Stop doing that. And then he was out for, I want to say maybe a good part of the third quarter there because he banged up, he had a knee injury, and he was on the sideline. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Don't
need that. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Next episode, what is today? Well, we got Christmas coming up, so I don't know. Maybe not till after Christmas. That's what I'm thinking.
We're talking about the Christmas truce. They played soccer in World War I.
Oh yeah, there you go. We'll have to do that afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, again, I'm not having anything planned until probably after Christmas. If anything pops up and I decide to come on middle of the week, maybe. Because I know it's going to be raining a lot here these next couple of days.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yep, the next 3 days.
Wednesday, all the way from now to Wednesday, yeah.
Exactly. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys over on NorCal Sports Network. I think Dan said he wants to do some more sports phone. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, Will.
No worries, man. Good to be here.
All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. See you.
Later, dudes.